Hello everybody, this is your Jelf 911 here for another part of Let's Play Resident Evil. In the last part we got ourselves an armor key, and in this part we are going to go and do some things that we can do with the armor key, such as going on a Chris naked run. Yay! I love doing naked runs as Chris, they're so much fun. So what we are going to do. Okay, I've already dumped off a good amount of my items, except the armor key, naturally. So let us go on and proceed and see if we can find any of the items that we need to itemly find. And we gotta wait for loading stairs. Yay! I hate the stairs in this game. I hate it in every Resident Evil game when you have to go up stairs that load. That's the one thing about, like, Resident Evil 5, is that you don't really have to wait for loading stairs a whole lot. Well, you open the door. Okay, thank you. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is a zombie in here, which we unfortunately get to deal with. Alright, just get on past him. Now, in this part, we may or may not get Richard. Don't know yet. There's an unfortunately to playing standard mode and not on the director's cut of the game. As far as I know, to my knowledge, you can't save Richard as Chris. Now, the reason that's problematic is that we don't get the "it's not just a poisonous snake, it's a monster" line. We just don't get any Richard dialogue. If there is a way to actually save Richard, I don't know, maybe if you say no to Rebecca following you, you can save him. I don't know. I've always put yes, and I most of the time put yes. The only difference is that I know of a part later in the game where you have to fight where a hunter can kill Rebecca, and I don't like dealing with that, so I just put yes, so we automatically get her to survive. If you can save Richard by putting in no, let me know. I use no there twice, like homophones, because one of the no's isn't the other kind of no. Whatever, I'm not creative, that was just a coincidence. So, if anyone actually does know if there is a way to save Richard as Chris, tell me. Because like I've said before, I don't play through Chris's run a lot. I play through it not nearly as much as Jill's. I've played through this through Chris's run like 5 times previously, which, and it's been a long time since I played Chris's run too. And most of the time, like, and I remember if you play on Advanced, which is the actual director's cut, you can save Richard, because that was a scene added in this director's cut version. It was not in the original game, I don't think. Which, this is the original game, kinda. It's really confusing the way that it's like, sort of the original, sort of not, and then there's director's cut. Maybe I should explain that to make it more clear. Basically, if you play on standard mode in this game, it's the original game with the overall changes that were made to director's cut, such as the enemies being slightly weaker. But other than that, all the locations of the items and the cutscenes are the exact same. If you play on advanced mode, that's the actual director's cut, which contains all the scenes that are not in the standard mode and rearrange the item placement. So that's the actual director's cut. So this is basically the original game. I hope that now makes sense, because I explained that when I started Jill's run, but I don't think I did a very good job. Combine, yes. Okay, so we're almost at full health. Remember the obnoxious thing about how the red and green orb's not an actual full heal? Now, 3 green herbs is a full heal, but since it's only 10%, since it only has a 10% higher potency, I really don't think it's worth it a lot of the times to use 3 green herbs until the end of the game, so that's that. Well, let me tell you guys something. Recording this on a PlayStation 3 is really odd. Not the fact that it is a PS3, but the fact that the controller is so different. Now, the controller is not innately different. It's innately the same, actually. But the problem with it is, like, the R2 and L2 buttons I find to be kind of bad. I don't know if I'm alone on that or not. I'm sure other people don't like them. Going from the PS1 to the PS3 controller is really weird. And we have crows. Okay, picture of a newborn baby. Okay. Picture of an infant. Alright. I've done this puzzle way too many times. It really aggravates me. Like, this is like one of those puzzles where it's just like, yeah, the first time you play it, it's good, I guess. Still don't like it, though. Picture of a young man. And then the tired middle-aged man, and then the bold-looking old man. Yeah, see, like, you ever play through a game so many times and there's just that one part you can't stand to do because it's just tedious after a while? This is this part of the game for me. And let's end of life. That sounds very, very nice. Why exactly Umbrella set up all these puzzles inside this mansion, I don't know. And it's not really a spoiler now that I say Umbrella, because we played through Jill's Run and already know it's Umbrella. And besides, if you play Resident Evil and you don't know Umbrella's the bad guys, you've either been living under a rock, or living under an even heavier rock, because this is probably, along with Final Fantasy VII, this game probably has the most well-known plot twist in the history of games. So, I don't feel bad spoiling that. I'm not going to spoil the Final Fantasy VII thing, though, because this isn't Final Fantasy VII, and, well, everyone should know that anyways, so where do I want to go now? I'll go up here. Yeah, I still have the lighter on me, right, so I can go do something really quickly, like, if I can do my good dodging skills, which I certainly didn't do that good with in the last part, if that was the last part. I don't know if it was a failed recording of this part, or, because yes, I failed recorded this part. That's why you make multiple saves, kids, in your Let's Plays. Alright, let's go in on here, that's what he said, and grab ourselves the 2-floor map. If I didn't bring the lighter with me, okay, good. Now, we didn't really have to do this, I just felt like it, because I'm a completist. Speedrunning this game, which I've done one time on Jill's Run. I did, like, speedrun it one time, for the hell of it, and it's not fun to speedrun this game, because I'm a perfectionist. I have to get every little item that I know of, which speedrunning the remake is even worse, because the map directly... because the map tells you, goes like, it's this color if you don't have all the items, it's this color if you have the items. So every time I go to the map, I look at this screen that's telling me you're missing all these items, and it makes my completionism OCD go haywire, and I hate it. So, let's go out into this hall right now, and see what we have got going on here. We're going to have to get this zombie to move. Why don't you move? Run up against the wall or something. That's what you guys do a lot, I've noticed. You wanna move. Like, seriously. There we go. The halls in this game, like, compared to the remake, the halls in this game look a lot smaller, yet they seem a lot wider. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably because the zombies are complete idiots in this game, but I don't know. Maybe that's why. So, time for statue-pushing puzzles. See, the one thing about this game, about the Resident Evil series, that I'm gonna give the nudge to Silent Hill in this aspect. Silent Hill has puzzles that require at least a bit more thinking There's a switch. Yes, I'll push it. Because, well, some of the Silent Hill puzzles are ridiculously difficult. But the ones in this game, in the Resident Evil series, excluding a few from Code Veronica, which can get really hard, they're really not that difficult in this series. Whereas in Silent Hill 1, anyone who's played Silent Hill 1, remember the piano puzzle? Oh my god. Now here is the Richard room, and unfortunately no monster. Very, very unfortunate. But who knows? Let's see here, pick this up. You all will, maybe one day, because I'm gonna let's play the director's cut of this game, the advanced mode, and not directly after this, but the day when I do it, I may do Chris's run first just to show off the monster line. Richard! Oh no! Hope that's not Chris's dead body. You know, I wonder if... No. I wish... If only Rebecca came and actually did something useful for once. Maybe save Richard. Rebecca is pretty useless in this game. I find it kind of weird how they handle... Like, in this game, Barry... just every time you go into a new room, Barry's there and kills something and is all useful. And in this game, Rebecca... She just can get killed by a lot of things and she doesn't really do anything. In the remake, however, they really nerfed Barry and made him basically unable to do anything. Yes, I will throw that key away. So I can go get an item. I can pick up one item, but I don't know what item to pick up. Should I go into the dining room or somewhere else? You know, I am really not knowing where to go right now. See, I think you can tell that I don't know Chris's run that well. Let's see here. I can go into that room with the blue gem. We need to do that. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. We are going to go to the piano room. Play the Moonlight Sonata. Because the Moonlight Sonata is cool. Just kidding. There is something rather annoying about the Moonlight Sonata and Chris's run, which you will see in a minute, because Chris is, in fact, a complete idiot, as I've stated. Yeah, I've grabbed the emblem, I'm pretty sure, so... Alright, let's head down over here, and into the piano room. Grab some sheet music back here, but first gotta push this bookshelf. Who puts a bookshelf in front of a bookshelf? That doesn't seem very, you know, useful. That doesn't seem very, practical. It definitely seems like it'd get in the way. And I guess they'd be like, well, we have to hide the Moonlight Sonata sheet music, but at the same time, it's like, who's gonna know to play the Moonlight Sonata just randomly? Chris, unfortunately, can't read music, see? So he's just gonna bang on keys.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Idiot.
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play?
Can you play? Yes, sir. I always just insert yes, sir there. I don't know why. Well, that's because she did say it earlier, so. Can you play? So creepy. Can you play? Wow. No.
Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
That's what she said. Will you have Rebecca practice? Say yes, you want her to.
See? Just relax and play.
That's what she said.
All right.
Okay, so we have to wait for Rebecca to practice. In the meantime, let's make puns. If a zombie was playing the Moonlight Sonata backwards, would he be decomposing? Anyone? Anyone? Badoom. Okay, so let's go henceforth into somewhere else. You know what? This is a perfect spot to end the video off. So I will see you guys in the next part of Let's Play Resident Evil, where hopefully Rebecca will finish learning the Moonlight Sonata. Now, in actuality, it really should not take her that long, because she messed up on one note. So she just needs to practice, like, the last measure of the song, but I don't know. Resident Evil logic, don't question it, because it doesn't really exist, so there's nothing really to question. So I will see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye.